Hey guys, it's Jenny here, and tonight I have a video that I have not done on this channel for you guys. So this video that I have is series or books that I want to reread in 2018. And I should have done this at the beginning of the year, but I just now have been looking at my shelves and realizing that I wanted to reread a lot of these books. So, the first book that I really want to reread this year is If I Stay by Gail Forman. I read this about, I want to say, 5 years ago. And I really want to reread this book because I also have the movie, and Gail Forman has had a lot of books come out since. And I want to try to get more into this author, but first I want to reread this book because I know that this used to be a favorite of mine. And I want to see if my opinions are changing because most of these were my favorite books once upon a time, so I want to see if my opinions are changing or if these books were just as good as I remember. So the first book I want to read is, the first book I want to reread is If I Stay, which basically centers on a girl who she lives the perfect life. She has perfect parents, perfect family, she has a boyfriend, she has a music career. And then one day, her family gets in a car accident, and her parents and brother are left dead, and she is experiencing all of this in like an out-of-body experience. And basically the choice she has to make is if she can live or die. If she should live or die. If she should go and be with her family in the afterlife or stay with the remaining family that she does have left and the friends that love her. And it is so emotional. Like, I feel myself getting emotional just talking about it. And I haven't read this book in 5 years. So, yeah. The next set of books I want to reread, is the Percy Jackson The Olympian series. This is a 5-book series, and this is a series I've already reread multiple times. But it's been about 3 years since I reread the whole series, and 4 since I read some of these. And I really just want to get back into these and read them again and just get transported back into this magical, unbelievably goofy, amazing, imaginative world. Which basically, this series centers on a 16-year-old named Percy, no, he's 12, he's 11, 12, something like that, who is always been a troubled youth. He's always had ADHD. He's been kicked out of multiple schools. Then one day he finds out that he is in fact a demigod, descended from, I don't know if it says it in here, but yeah, we're not gonna. Yeah, he ends up getting followed by mythological monsters and creatures out of Greek mythology. And he gets swept into the world of Greek mythology because he's in fact a demigod, descended from a Greek god. And all of these books follow his adventures throughout the series, and it is just so good. Which leads me to my next one, which is that I want to reread the whole Heroes of Olympus series, which is a spin-off from the Percy Jackson. They're all up there. There's Lost Hero, Son of Neptune, Mark of Athena, House of Hades, and Blood of Olympus. I want to reread all of them, which is a very daunting task considering they are all 500 pages plus each. Yes, they are big books, but I do want to reread them. I haven't actually reread any of those ones except for House of Hades and Mark of Athena. I haven't reread those two. But I want to reread the whole series again right after I do Percy Jackson. So I might dedicate a whole month to doing that. But I'm not sure yet. So the next book I want to reread this year is The Fault in Our Stars by John Green. I've missed this book. I read this again about 5 years ago. And I fell in love with the story so deeply. And I just miss it. I haven't picked up anything else by John Green, but this still remains one of my favorite stories, and by him at least. And I just really want to reread it and appreciate it again, and just really appreciate why these books stayed on my shelf, because why have them if I'm not going to reread them and continue to appreciate them throughout the years. That's the way I see it. That's the reason I keep books, is because I keep them because I really, really enjoyed them, and I know that I'll be rereading them. So that's kind of the purpose behind my rereading videos, is that I truly want to appreciate the books that I did enjoy by rereading them. And yeah, so after The Fault in Our Stars, I really want to reread the Matched series by Ali Kandi. So there's Matched, Crossed, and Reached. I have read the series twice, I believe. And this is a dystopian set in the future. And I'm pretty sure, yeah, it's set, this is a utopia, actually, where the government matches you with your future partner. The government makes all the decisions for you. The only problem was, I actually used to get some of my, like, animal names from this. I used to have a rabbit named Cassia, because that was her name. But, this girl is the flaw in the system, because on her matching day, where she's supposed to get matched with her future spouse, one boy flickers on the screen before her true match pops up. And so, she's like the oddball out. And I really did like the series. And I really want to reread it again because I just miss this. I haven't read it in like 3 years and I just want to reread it again. So the next series that I want to reread is the Shatter Me series by Tahereh Mafi. I love this series, guys, so much. You can tell how much love this book has gotten. Also, I don't know if you can tell, but Restore Me is up there. So, kind of want to reread the series before I hop back into Restore Me. So there's Shatter Me, Unravel Me, and Ignite Me. And I don't know, this is another dystopian. Basically, it follows this girl named Julia, who she has this power that when she touches people, it can kill them. And so she's always locked up until one day she gets a cellmate who she finds out can touch her. So they get out. He actually turns out to be a soldier. And the reason he was in with her cell is because the government wants to use her as a weapon. And so they break out of she gets out of this prison and they get to this compound and then, yeah. Stuff happens, guys. It's really good because I just love it. And I've reread Shatter Me about 3 or 4 times. I have not read either Unravel Me or Ignite Me, but I really want to reread the whole series again before I start Restore Me. Okay, the next series I want to reread is also a trilogy, and it is also a dystopian, and that is the Delirium Trilogy by Lauren Oliver. So we have Delirium, Pandemonium, and Requiem. So this, I believe, follows utopia, where the government once again controls your life. Love is forbidden in this world. Yeah, let me check again, but yeah, they basically love is forbidden, and the government mandates a cure that prevents the delirium of love and leads to a safe, predictable, and happy life until 95 days before her 18th birthday. In treatment, this girl falls in love. And she discovers it is not the disease that everybody makes it out to be. And it was a really good story at the time, although I don't remember any of it. So I really want to reread it. Because you can't have a book on your shelf that you read and then forget what it's about. So the next series I have is one that I've read, 3 years ago now. And that is Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children. I love this series. It's very near and dear to my heart. So the books in the series are Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children, Hollow City, and Library of Souls, all by Ransom Riggs. Basically, this is about a boy named Jacob who, he experiences a horrific family tragedy And so he journeys to this remote island off the coast of Wales, where he discovers the crumbled ruins of Miss Peregrine's home for peculiar children. Only thing is, he explores its abandoned hallways. They were more than just peculiar, and they may possibly be still alive even through all this time that has passed. And so this, it's just a really good, oh my gosh, this is so cool. They have like the signatures of the characters on here. Now I have to look at what the other ones say. Perplexus Anomalous. Library of Souls has all of them on it. That warms my soul. My heart, I miss the series even more now. But yeah. It's a great series, guys. You should really read it. It's so great. The next series I have is the Divergent Trilogy by Veronica Roth, which, what grade am I in? Yes, I read this book 5 years ago. I read the series 5 years ago, and I have read Divergent, reread Divergent and Insurgent, but I want to reread the series again because, I don't know, I just do. And I realize a lot of these are dystopians, but have you been noticing the theme? 5 years past Jenna was a sucker for a good dystopian trilogy, apparently. Because, yeah, all of these are trilogy. Matched, Shatter Me, Delirium, Divergent. Those are all trilogies, and they're all dystopians. So, the last book I want to reread for 2018, but I'm not going to say that, but like the last one I'm going to mention, is The Cellar by Natasha Preston. I read this about 4 years ago, and basically this is a mystery thriller, and the reason this was the first book, I believe that she was the first person to be published off a Wattpad, like into a physical book. So everybody was like freaking out about the story. This was the first book to be published from a digital Wattpad story to physical, like she actually got picked up by a publisher, and everybody thought that was really cool. But I don't even know how to sum this up. But basically this girl named Summer is trapped in a cellar for months, and this man who took her and 3 other girls, he named them Rose, Poppy, and Violet. His perfect pure flowers, his family. But flowers, yeah, it's basically a kidnapping story where she tries to get out of her captive's grasp. I do recall this being a very, like, tense and very, very intense story. And I just really want to read it again because it was good. But, yeah. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Comment down below what you plan to reread this year, if you plan to reread. And if you have reread any of these books that I mentioned, or would just like to read them. So yes, thank you guys for watching. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. And thank you again for watching.